Hello guys, welcome to Tech Mode, and in this tutorial basically we are going to understand what is agile testing. So agile testing is a method of software testing that follows a principle of agile software development. So to understand the agile testing, we have to first understand what is agile software development, right? So as you can see in the screen that there are certain guys, or as you can see in the lower downside of the slide, that there are certain those has come up with four kind of principles. The principles kindly involves like individual and interaction over the process and tools, working software over the comprehensive documentation, customer collaboration over the contract negotiation, and responding to change over the plan. So what are these four principles? And only these four principles are basically kind of, you can say, if you are implementing in it in your company, then, and suppose you're developing a software, and if you basically follows these kind of principle, then basically you are doing it in an agile way, and probably you are going to more succeed than if you are using any other kind of method of framework. Every framework has like kind of, you can say, advantage disadvantage, but agile is like new to it, and it's a kind of a buzzword right now. And so generally in the software development, agile is kind of implementing it. So, what Agile Testing Manifesto says is that, as you can see in the slides, we are basically uncovering the better ways of testing software by doing it, helping you with other through the work we have come to values, individual though principles and the. So we are going to cover one by one what are these principles. So let's start with the first rule, basically kind of principle, you can say. It says that individual interaction over the process and tools. As you can see the diagram, that the first principle is very straightforward and very you can say to the point. It says that we should have like kind of individual interactions rather than if following a process or a tools. So sometimes suppose I have a certain kind of bug as a tester, and I wanted to discuss if it is a bug or not, then I should have kind of interactions to connect to my developer directly rather than following a principle like Jira, or probably going through a process that will take lots of different time. Agile says that these things, right? But process sometimes we do have to follows, but it is important if you wanted to succeed in a agile testing method, or probably in a software development, individual interaction takes more frontward, and process and tools takes backwards. So that is the first principle, basically kindly says that. Second, software says that working software over the comprehensive documentation. So it means that basically if you are delivering the end product and it's a working software, then we are more concerned about it rather than the comprehensive documentation talking about it. Right? If suppose I have created a one working software, it has lots of bug and it doesn't work in it, but I have a comprehensive document that doesn't make sense in agile software development cycle, right? So that's what the second principle says. The third principle says that customer collaboration over the contract negotiation. So basically, it means that we should have like take care of our customers whatever whenever we are thinking, rather than we are thinking about how much money that we are making. So suppose if we are thinking about that, okay, we should have kind of this many contract to negotiate with it, rather than we are solving the problems of our current customers. Then Agile says that if you are performing the customer collaboration better, then definitely you are like following Agile, and you have more chances of succeed, right? The last principle says that responding to change over the plan. So sometimes it is very like kind of very straightforward point to the point. It says that if you are following a plan, sometimes it is okay to respond to a change rather than just following a plan and it doesn't work out. For example, agile mainly says that it's kind of, you can say, it's a loop of whenever you are just improvise according to it, right? Adapt. It's a kind of loop. Whenever we try to basically we learn something, and if we get certain kind of problems in it, we learn from it, and after that we just iteratively do that things. All right. So this is one of the example that basically kind of summarizes all the agile manifesto in a single word. As you can see that there are lots of things, like there are changing requirements, so they are just adapting to change. Motivated individual is comes whenever we think about customer, you can say, interactions and uh, interaction with individuals, technical excellence and good designing, graphic design, these kind of terms, face to face is efficient way, and this kind of stuff. Basically, this picture summarizes all the agile things that we can think about it. So these are the 12 agile principles that generally we think about it. So the first one is satisfy your customers and welcome the change. So sometimes we are not ready for the change, but we have to do it. Deliver frequently. So if you have a software product, then you should deliver frequently rather than just waiting for to create a massive or a big project. Work together, trust the support, face-to-face conversation. As you can see, it's a third rule or first rule. You can see working software, sustainable development, and all of the things. So basically, kind of the core points is now made into 12 principles. Okay, so how we can leverage that in the agile software development things into a software testers, right? These are the major 5 or 6 points that I have come up with. Is like our highest priority is to certify the customer to the earlier continuous delivery of high quality software. So what software tester do is that he just makes certain test plans rather than focusing on test plans and all, just focuses on kind of bugs and all, so that if you have to certify your customer so that no bugs should go to the customers, right? Welcome the changing requirements. So sometimes we as testers, we are always say that okay, we don't want this kind of change requirement right now in this phase and all, but we should like adapt to change rather than following a plan sometimes, right? Because probably the change requirement that is coming, it's beneficial for the customer and he wants that thing, right? Frequently deliveries, sometimes this happen also, like software developers or probably software testers tends to not like to do that we should not go with the release because it's not stable and on, but frequently we should do it and faces whatever the outcome of that thing will be. Business and principal developer tester must work together. So this must say that always if you are a software tester, just basically kind of sit with your developers or your product manager, business analyst, understand the requirement clearly and every time. And the last two principles basically say that you should be like more motivated individuals about your test projects. It's kind of your basically it's kind of your baby, and that you have prepared well, and that is the baby the software is performing against your users and all. So how this is how the agile software development or agile manifesto, we can leverage it into a software testing career. So this is all about like software testing. Thanks a lot guys, and I hope you like it. These are these are two references you can go and more understand it about it. So we'll have like more sessions about it, discussing about the agile testing and agile manifesto and software development website. I hope you like this video. It's a quick example or a quick demo of agile testing techniques, and thanks a lot guys, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye.